Hello. Hello.
Hi, Shiva.
Good evening.
Once evening. So, Shiva, in the live streaming, Minmini will start the session.
Good evening, everyone present here. I am Minmini, lead operations for colleges, Amphis of Technologies.
Many hold on for some time.
Yes, sir.
We have only 5 participants, so let more
Okay.
join in.
Okay, sir.
No, Shiva, they'll through live streaming. They'll join through live streaming, not in Zoom, Shiva.
Oh, is that so? So we have the live streaming URL?
Yeah. Once, I'll just
share that to me.
YouTube.
Yes. Yes, we can get started.
Good evening, everyone present here. I am Minmini, lead operations for colleges, and I am the SPOC for LPU Summer Training Program today. We have Mr. Sivaramakrishnan, Chief Technical Architect of Amphis of Technologies. He has immense experience in developing advanced technology products. I welcome Sivaramakrishnan sir to give details on our skill programs. Sir, you can take over the session, sir.
Thank you, Manmani. Thank you. Good evening to everyone present there. Thank you first for joining the session and showing your internship towards the interest towards the internship courses. So today I will brief you on the courses that are available and why you should specifically do this internship. So what do you get by doing this? So today the market, or by the time you guys pass out, I guess many of you are second year grads, and you would soon either post your final year, make it to either a corporate or try to plan your higher studies. So in either of these cases, you will have to have a strong foundation. And today the market is pretty much, I would say it's all there where people. Yeah. So today the market is pretty high where people are ready to offer any kind of salary for a particular job. And the market is pretty hot, and where now it's moved on from the typical aptitude and logical reasoning to something called frameworks technology. So now people are, or the corporates are recruiting folks who are good on technology, who have fair idea or fair experience on technology. And then on the contrary side, if as a student I am strong in one of the technology streams, I can demand any salary. So, and the corporate has no cap on that. So they're pretty much ready to offer good salaries for eligible candidates. And today, again, broadly, right? So the technology spectrum is divided into 3 or 4 segments. So one is the normal backend layer where you learn your problem solving, data structures, and then you start building applications, which formally takes you into C, then moves you towards Java, and then you start learning some frameworks like Hibernate and Spring. And the new area that has come out is on the JavaScript end, where you can master the entire front end. So there are some folks who are logically not that good, but then they are programming, their presentation skills and their design skills are very good. And they love creating interfaces for the mobiles, for laptops, for various devices. Those are the guys who can get onto the front end spectrum where again it's on frameworks like Angular, React, and Vue, which dominate the entire scene actually. Guys who are logically very sound, who have a very good interest towards programming, data structures, algorithms, and they love these problem solving skills, right? So they move on to something on data processing basically. So they get onto data science, they get onto machine learning, where they try to automate things and then try to solve problems or try to infer results from various data basically. And the application building backend where the user's data is captured, stored into the database. This is one of the segments that is typically backend. So there are 3 to 4 segments which are now evolved, and almost all the clients, all the applications are moving towards cloud. So everything gets hosted on the cloud, be it Azure, be it AWS. So there's again one more segment called DevOps where you try to write scripts, you try to automate things. So the entire build process, the entire scripts, everything gets automated there. And then the testing as well is now moving from manual to automated. So technologies like JUnit, NUnit, Selenium, Jest, Jasmine are some of the automated technology frameworks which are being asked now. So how the market is transforming as from the typical aptitude, logical reasoning, it's now moved. It was now during currently, right? So maybe even a couple of years back, people would say basic problem solving. They would touch base the linked list and try to check whether you have the basic aptitude and the basic appetite towards programming. Now it's moved on one more layer forward where they say they expect candidates or students to come out with the technical knowledge itself. So that it's called day one deployable, where I pick a student, I pick a grad, and then they straight away are employable. I can go and I can start contributing to the project on day one without any training offered from the company. That's where these internships are focused. So as it's been offered by eBox. So eBox on the other end of the spectrum works with corporates like HCL, Virtusa, Persistent, and many other product companies like Zoho, where the idea is they try to understand or they try to create training programs for these technologies for the corporates. And we're now trying to bring the same programs to the students itself so that these data points can be showcased to the corporates and where it can be straight away mapped. So a lot of companies are asking for people who can be readily supportive. So even they're ready to offer internships during their third years, final years, and where the skill is measured basically. So that's where these programs would help you. What programs are typically offered? Again, on top of all these frameworks, the first fundamental is problem solving and programming. So again, you can pick and choose in multiple technologies. So if you're aspiring to become a front-end developer looking through Angular, React, or Vue, you can take the same course of problem solving and programming in JavaScript. If you aspire to be a backend developer wanting to do it, then you can take problem solving and programming in Java. And if you're looking at something like AI and ML and you want to get into those scheme of things, then you can take the same course on Python. So all the offerings in various languages are available. So these courses ensure that they create a basic foundation for you where you understand the basic programming nuances and you're able to convert the desired logic into code. So till now, right? We are more of conceptually pretty clear. Most of us are conceptually clear. So where we understand how a linked list works, how a tree works, what typically happens. If somebody asks us to depict on pen and paper, we are more or less able to diagrammatically represent that. But then trying to convert the same thing into a code doesn't come to us because we don't practice that. So what we try to do, our focus is always towards exams, where it's more of answer sheets where we write answers and we theoretically explain the whole thing instead of writing code. But then this internship would help you to sharpen your skills on writing it in the form of a code and trying to get your fundamentals right. Once you get these fundamental concepts right, then you can look to the next set of courses, which then take you towards the framework. So for example, if I do a JavaScript problem solving, then I can move towards frameworks like jQuery to start with, ES6, and then I can look at TypeScript. These would be the next level of courses, and then I can look towards Angular, React, or Vue, or Express based on our interests. That's one part of it. If I'm a backend developer who's mastered Java or who's mastered C Sharp, then I can look towards Spring, Hibernate, Spring Boot as the frameworks to be mastered on. And if I'm a Microsoft guy, I have learned C Sharp, then I look towards ASP.NET, ASP MVC, Entity Framework, and so on. And if I'm a database guy, pretty much very interested towards SQL kind of querying, then I can look towards SQL. Then I can get on to a little bit of data manipulation using Python. And then I can start looking towards mastering it through Oracle, explore the Oracle functions, and look through tools like Tableau, Pentaho, which helps in data cleaning, data processing, and inferring results out of it. If I'm a guy who's taking the same course on Python, then I can move towards machine learning, look through libraries like NumPy and all the PyTorch, and move towards neural networks and more of intense problem solving and so on. So the tracks are pretty clear, which would help you to become day one deployable in the industry. That's the whole idea of these courses. Apart from these courses, which are online, um, weekly support or weekly doubt clearing sessions can be organized based on the needs or requirements of you, of the students, basically. So if you guys feel that a couple of concepts are not clear, we would like to have a session, a batch of 30, 40 who would want to come in and get their doubts cleared. Those kinds of sessions are always available. And similarly, there's also called online doubt clearance, where there would be a support team which would look through the queries that you raise through the platform, and they can also get cleared within a day or two. The team would be clearing your doubts as well. So, and again, eBox offers you a platform which is hands-on, and which is also auto evaluation based, so which will set you the right practices that is required for a corporate, and try to push you towards ensuring your day one deployable. And this is not only for industry. There are many of us who would want to do research or who would want to do our masters in abroad universities or through top premier universities in India. And even for those things, right? So today, profs look at what skills we have. So what's our area of interest and what is the work that we have done in these particular technologies. So the internship courses that is being offered right now help you to get the foundations right, where you can uh, get your ideas to implementation. That's the whole idea of it. So you should be able to visualize an idea or capture an idea, and then you should be able to code that idea and build a small product out of it. That's the whole idea. So these would help you to explain to the prof or to the technical panel that this is your strength, and you would be very confident in putting things forward. And it's more of hands-on instead of just going through the concepts, basically. So even for students who are looking at higher studies, this would set your fundamentals right. So that's the whole idea of the second year grad. So you get your fundamentals right, and then you start building your profile and career towards this. Apart from this, what we also try to do is offer something called a digital profile. So as and when you keep working on all these problems, the system will start measuring your completeness, how you're able to solve these problems, whether it has been genuinely solved, and so on. So it'll start collecting matrices, and then it'll start building a digital profile of yours. So this digital profile is being asked by many companies because Everyone today gets an A grade in their universities, or they say I have a 9.5 CGPA, 9.8 CGPA. So everyone gets that. So that's no more a differentiator actually. So how does one believe, or how does one come to a conclusion that you're hands-on, you know the concepts, you have practiced these concepts? This digital profile will give you a certificate kind of a thing. It's not a written certificate, it's more of a graphical certificate, which will give you, which will give the corporate member an indication that this guy has practiced, say, X number of problems, has been working tirelessly for past 5 6 months every day on this particular time. He's been able to solve close to 200 300 programming problems. He's mastered these technological skills, and if that suits their requirement, which is typically what their requirements are, they would immediately pull you in for an interview and then quickly onboard you as an intern or as a full-time recruitment guy. There's a solid team that is also working under the leadership of Aman sir, who was heading this particular program. So I had a small power outage and connected back. So these are the offerings that are available as part of eBox, and I wish all the best to you guys to utilize these courses and have a good career ahead. Thank you. I had a small power outage and connected back.
Thank you, sir. I hope this will be useful for the students. Thank you, sir. I hope this will be useful for the students.
Ketan, are you still there?
Hello.
Ketan, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here on the.
Yeah, but see, I think Shiva ended the session because it was from 4 to 5 and there were not many participants.
No. Actually, I have not ended. I have just joined the meeting.
No. We ended the meeting because from 4 o'clock we wanted to start the meeting
Okay.
and there were hardly 150 students who joined. So that's the reason we ended the meeting as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Because not many students participated and they were just now I spoke to Pavneet as well and I told Pavneet that not many students are participating. Then she said she'll put a reminder, but we had to end the sessions as students did not have any questions also because we gave a live streaming YouTube link because we thought the number of students or the will be more. But otherwise, I would have done it through only Zoom. But hardly 150 came, and the type of questions also they were only asking on share us the duty link, duty leave, or something like that. And students are not even aware what why they are here for the what session it is. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ketan. Yes.
Due to the less number of students joined, the session was ended.
No, we addressed. We spoke from 4 o'clock. The session we started, and we ended at around 4:25 because there were no questions. Hardly 150 students.
Okay. The session was completed. Okay, right, ma'am.
Correct.
So I'm sharing a link with you about the duty leave for the candidates. Kindly upload the same in the YouTube for getting the duty leaves.
Duty leaves. Okay. Okay, you share the link to us. Duty leaves. We will paste it there.
Yes. I'm just sharing it.
Okay, fine. You're putting it in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put it into yeah.
Right.
Okay. This is the only thing, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. This is the only thing that we have to share with students.
So you have shared me the two links. So both the links has to be shared?
Both are same. Both are same, ma'am.
Both are same? Okay, fine. Okay, I'll do that, yeah.
Just wait. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Have you pasted the same in YouTube? Hello.